What's poppin', y'all? It's official. Cenat is officially the king of clout, the Thanos of this clout game. I've actually never watched a single Marvel movie, so I'm hoping I'm correct in that, because MrBeast is now begging for a little crumsy crumb of clout from Cenat, because this is the second iteration of Streamer University. And as we've been seeing, there's been tryouts, it's been chaos, it's been madness in a positive way. I think people were doing a little bit too much when they were showing clips of the aftermath of not Blackboy Max. Whoa, I just got done talking about that guy. Of the line for the in-person tryouts for Streamer University and people camping out. Man, this was tame. Like, if you want to come at Cenat and say, man, that riot that happened, he learned from it and he moved accordingly, and they did a great job. Yeah, people are going to leave the trash and all that, but that's on them. Like, this is nothing compared to, people weren't levying this at the Supreme and Foamposite, the Dragon collaboration that was going on. Those Supreme lines, they ended up looking a lot crazier than whatever Cenat had going on, especially that, I'm an ape beating on my chest, and you started to get that whole era. So that was a lot crazier than anything Cenat did. But MrBeast has the nerve to ask in public, and you know what? The best thing I can do is play him a clip from Duke Dennis and Agent, who are two people close to Cenat. They're part of the AMP organization. Agent he didn't bring in Cenat directly, but he co-founded AMP with Phantom, and Phantom brought in Cenat, and Duke was already in AMP. So these guys have been very close, and they are very close friends.
You gonna run it back?
Well, first I gotta ask, can I go?
Well, you gotta apply. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, why he can't apply to me?
What?
Like, why he can't? Why do we gotta apply? Why he can't go out and ask us?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying, Agent?
Oh, if you wasn't invited.
Don't ask. That's what the I'm talking about, Agent.
Oh, it's clicking for me now. At first, I thought you were making no sense, but now I understand it. So I shouldn't even apply.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, gang. If you wasn't invited, listen, I ain't gonna lie, gang.
Dude, like, as Professor of the Year.
No, hit me out though. Hit me out though. Who would I be to not follow my own advice though?
That's true. That is actually true.
So if Duke and Agent are like, man, we didn't get the invite, should we come? If you're not invited, don't show up. Should we apply? Well, what's going on here? Then MrBeast trying to get in MrBeast, if he didn't hit your phone line, if he didn't text you, you're not invited. And this is the thing too. And this is why I think this is greasy by MrBeast. And, I respect the game. Like, MrBeast, he's a cold dude. And people judge MrBeast like a regular YouTuber, regular person. I think there is an element of that in him. Very, very tiny. But this guy's like a Elon Musk. He's like a Jeff Bezos. He's a cutthroat billionaire. That's what he is. Maybe you could say like, oh, well, his net worth's not all the way up there yet. The guy has the traits of one. And he will be there if he's not already. But the reason why I think this is so crazy that he has the nerve to do this is because if you guys remember when Team Water was going on, MrBeast asked Cenat, he's like, let's get Cenat for a donation. And Aiden Ross would end up kind of pressing the issue on the Cenat thing, and that would lead to a little rupture between their relationship that I think it got repaired. I think they're on a cordial basis. I don't think they will ever be friends, to be honest. But Aiden Ross pretty much did anything and everything MrBeast asked. They raised all of that money. MrBeast gets the Guinness World Record, and then MrBeast ghosts Aiden Ross. So MrBeast ain't messing with Aiden Ross anymore after he used him and torched his relationship with Cenat. And another individual that donated to Team Water, donated $100,000 to MrBeast, was Jinxie, who is top streamer, number one streamer this year, Jinxie. That's my vote. Well, he would speak on the Team Water situation and how he found it grimy and pushy.
Bro, the thing is, this was so long ago, but the reason why I was just upset was again, this is 2 years, almost 2 years ago, but it's if I if like, let's say like somebody came to my house, like a guest, for example, like Queso or like Sketch came to my house, I would like, if I had like a sponsored thing I was doing at a certain time, like I would make sure like that's not the date that they're coming. So like when I found out about that, I was like, wait, what? Because I like the plan was just to do 24 hours of IRL, because I never do IRL, but that was the plan. And then like 5 hours in, I just heard about that, and it's like, well, I mean, you just kind of feel like no one really cares.
So when MrBeast was reaching out to these billionaires and pressuring them, people were all cool about it. But I think him reaching out to people that clearly have less money than him, and just the tactics, and you're hearing it from Jinxie and also people like Aiden Ross and even XQC that was there for that live stream. They're like, yo, we can understand how pushy this guy was with it. So Cenat, when he was doing his Mafia-thon and he hit 1 million subs, he would finally speak out on that Team Water situation, and he would call out MrBeast.
I can't fake it, man. With Jimmy cool. That motherfucker that was pulled last month was a little fishy. And, hey, listen, no hard feelings though. No hard feelings though. That was a little. I'm just being real. But shout out to Jimmy, man.
And this is after Cenat had, at least at one point in time, looked up to MrBeast. I have coined Cenat as being the MrBeast of streaming. Years ago, I'm taking my claim on that. Nobody's taking that away from me, all right? Years ago, I said this guy's the MrBeast of streaming. In a positive way, though. I think Cenat is a lot, not better, but I don't mean the negative traits that may be associated with MrBeast. I really don't have anything negative to say about Cenat. But Cenat calls him out here, and Cenat had already collaborated with him. They did a YouTube video or something or a live stream where they partnered with some company, and like $100,000 was being given out. They collaborated in the past. So Cenat probably felt like, yo, he got done dirty by this. And then MrBeast calls him right after this.
First up, I wanted to just say congrats on cracking 1 million.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, and keep talking about what you were saying on stream. I could tell that there was the whole Team Water thing.
You
people were running with that, and I actually, so I'm not even joking. I don't know if you got I don't know why I have 2 Cenat saved, but I called you and texted you quite a bit, but I didn't realize until a week ago that it was your old number.
Yeah.
And I reached out to your manager. I was like, dang, does Kai hate me? And he's like, no. And then I asked for your number. I was like, I've been texting the wrong number this whole time.
Yeah,
so.
Jimmy, I love you, and we've been cool for a long time. I think, but if I'm being real, like from me to you, what happened last month. I don't think you see it from my perspective, but from what happened last month, if you looked at everything that was going on, it was a little too much. I kind of I had to it was my old number, correct, but I also had to lock in for this month, but also I felt away from that, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no, I could tell it wasn't the people were running with you not donating and stuff. That's why I tried calling. And
Yeah.
I replied to a tweet telling people to chill the out.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
So here you can clearly see MrBeast like, yeah, congrats on the 1 million, because this is towards the end of Mafia-thon 3 when Cenat hit the 1 million subscriber mark. He was trying to hit 1 million subscribers in 30 days, which is 1 million paying subscribers, which is like 5 million, about $6 million, the equivalent, because it's $6 for a subscription on Twitch or Prime, but they give the streamer half of it or whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. I just have to reiterate it because there are some people that are not too plugged in with this, like my loser self is. Anyway, so this happens, and at this point, if you're a MrBeast, you can read the room and be like, damn, this guy really doesn't mess with me. I gotta do something for him, or I gotta realize to fall back. There was also something else that happened between this and Streamer University 2, because it is my belief that Cenat tried to get MrBeast for Streamer University 1, and MrBeast didn't show up, because MrBeast did end up sending Kai $10,000 for this hood MrBeast moment.
Streamer University, I got 10 bands here. Kai, I want you to put this under someone's seat and give it to him.
Say less. Look under your seat.
Say less.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah.
And they, it was a surprise during the event, but he didn't show up to the event. And when Kai was planning Streamer University, he teased people like Mark Rober and MrBeast as professors. And when MrBeast responded, he said, "Can I teach them how to do YouTube?" And he didn't show up. MrBeast wasn't at the event. So now that he sees that the event is the biggest thing ever, now he wants to show up. And what also happened is MrBeast did a video of streamers competing for like $1 million for their community. And Rakai was one of the people there. He was one of the standouts of that video, positive or negative, if you want to call it that. You know who wasn't a part of that video? Cenat. So Cenat doesn't show up to your 100 streamers video. You know you invited him. They for sure invited him and he didn't show up. He changes his phone number on you. You get his new number and he's like, yo, he calls you out. He's like, yo, that's grimy what you did. And he doesn't invite you this year to Streamer University. And now you're trying to be like, yo, how about you let me in? Like, I'd like to see what's going on there. Can I get a little drip of clout, Mr. Cenat? Because Cenat is the motion man right now. Like, MrBeast, yeah, he's doing his views, but he's not the it guy. He's not the number one guy on social media that everybody's focusing on what he's doing next. That's Cenat. Now, you could say it's speed as an individual, sure, but Cenat has every streamer and content creator as well and all their audiences paying attention to what he's doing too, because he's facilitating things for other people, which is what MrBeast did. MrBeast, he would facilitate events and things like that for normal people, everyday people, also content creators. And I think this is just another attempt at MrBeast by some shiesty behavior of trying to use the public to pressure Cenat into letting him do something with Streamer University, because people are going to be like, yo, Kai, like, how come MrBeast isn't involved? And then now Kai has to address it if somebody asks him it. But I think, to be fair, Cenat got to close the doors on this guy. What is he going to bring to you? And this is the thing that should have been handled behind the scenes, where it's not like, yo, I want to show up to Streamer University. If you're a MrBeast, you need to make it up to Cenat for what you did and be like, hey, how can I help? Can I give something to Streamer University? Can I assist with anything for Streamer University? Even though you're not a streamer. That's the thing. This guy doesn't stream. So what would you be doing at Streamer University? At least if there was a YouTube university, Cenat could be there, because Cenat was originally a YouTuber. I think he hit 1 million subscribers before he even started streaming. But you're not a streamer. And that's where I think this is shiesty. This is shiesty by MrBeast. His press run is not looking too great with other content. Like, you had Jinxie, you had XQC, you had Aiden Ross, and then now you've got Cenat that are dubbing him, that are like, yo, I don't rock with dude. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next one.